the tiny squirrel and the golden nut. In a sunny meadow where flowers waved and bees hummed happy tunes, there lived a tiny squirrel named Scamper. Scamper was small, with a fluffy tail and bright, twinkly eyes, but he often felt too little to do anything special. Every autumn, the meadow animals gathered around the great oak tree to celebrate the golden nut, a magical nut that kept the meadow warm and cozy through winter. One crisp morning, the animals woke to find the golden nut missing. The air turned chilly, the leaves drooped, and the rabbits shivered. Scamper's best friend, a cheerful sparrow named Tweet, flapped to his tree. "Scamper, we need to find the golden nut," Tweet chirped, his wings bouncing. Scamper's tail twitched nervously. "Me? I'm just a little squirrel," he said. But Tweet grinned. "You're brave, Scamper. Let's go." Scamper took a deep breath, puffed out his chest, and scampered after Tweet, starting their big adventure. They raced through the meadow, Scamper's paws pattering on the grass and Tweet's wings buzzing like a soft song. The meadow felt cold without the golden nut's warmth, and Scamper's whiskers quivered, but Tweet told funny stories about flying high to make him smile. Soon, they met a kind frog named Hoppy, splashing in a puddle. "The golden nut," Hoppy croaked. "I heard it in the twinkling grove, but the path is long and shadowy." Scamper's heart thumped, but Tweet tweeted loudly. "We can do it, Scamper," he said. Hoppy joined them, his hops making funny splashes. They crossed a wobbly bridge of twigs over a gurgling stream, where Scamper slipped but grabbed a stick with his tiny paws. "You're quick, Scamper," Hoppy cheered, and Scamper felt a bit braver. In the twinkling grove, tall trees cast big shadows, and the ground was covered with crunchy leaves. Scamper's tail curled tightly, but he thought of the shivering rabbits and drooping leaves. "I want to help," he whispered. Tweet flew ahead, his feathers glowing in the dim light, while Hoppy hopped beside him, humming a tune. They met a sleepy hedgehog named Prickle, curled in a pile of leaves. "The golden nut is in the shimmer cave," Prickle yawned. "But it's behind a heavy rock, and only the brave can move it." Scamper worried his paws were too small, but Tweet, Hoppy, and Prickle nodded. "We'll help you," they said. The grove grew darker, and strange noises, like rustling branches and soft hoots, made Scamper hide behind Hoppy. Tweet sang a silly song about dancing sparrows, and Hoppy told a joke about a jumping frog, making Scamper giggle and scamper again. They reached the shimmer cave, its entrance sparkling like a starry night. Inside, the walls glowed with tiny lights, and Scamper's fur shone. They found a big, round rock blocking a narrow tunnel. "This is it," Prickle said, unrolling from his ball. Scamper gulped. "It's so heavy," he said. But Tweet flapped his wings to push, Hoppy kicked with his strong legs, and Prickle rolled against the rock. Scamper climbed onto the rock and pushed with all his might, his tail flicking. With a loud rumble, the rock rolled away. Behind it was the golden nut, glowing warm and bright like a tiny sun. Scamper's eyes sparkled. "It's beautiful," he said. A deep voice echoed. "Only a brave heart can take the golden nut," it said. Scamper stepped forward, his voice small but clear. "I'm Scamper," he said. "I came to warm our meadow again." The voice chuckled. "You are small, but your courage is big. Why did you come?" Scamper thought of his journey, leaving his tree, crossing the stream, facing the dark grove, and moving the rock. "I was scared," he said, "but I wanted to help my friends." The cave glowed brighter, and the golden nut rolled to Scamper's paws. "Take it, brave squirrel," the voice said. Scamper held the nut tightly, and his friends cheered. They hurried back through the grove, Scamper clutching the nut, Tweet flying, Hoppy hopping, and Prickle rolling. The meadow animals gasped when they saw the golden nut. Scamper placed it at the great oak's roots, and it shone like a warm fire, heating the meadow. The leaves perked up, the rabbits danced, and the bees buzzed happily. "Scamper, you're our hero," Tweet said, hugging him. Hoppy splashed him with water, and Prickle shared a berry. Scamper's tail fluffed with joy. That night, the meadow glowed under the stars, and Scamper sat by the oak, watching the golden nut shine. He was still small, but he knew he could do big things. The animals told stories of Scamper, the tiny squirrel who brought back the warmth. Tweet, Hoppy, and Prickle visited often, laughing about their adventure. Scamper's tree felt cozier, but now he dreamed of new quests, knowing his friends were near. The meadow stayed warm, and Scamper's heart glowed as bright as the golden nut.